Hey everybody, welcome to Spikey Saturday number 108 on the Mana Leek. I'm John as always, and just like yesterday, we're going to draft some more Aether Revolt. I will be back to doing one draft a week on Spikey Saturdays. That bonus stream was just to fit in the sponsored draft. But we're going to jump on in and see what we get pack one, pick one in potentially a while once we get 8 players. So I will see you guys in a second. Alright, here we are. As I mentioned, this is a sponsored draft. This is Michael's sponsored draft, so he'll be getting every card that we draft, including this Fatal Push, which we're going to take right now this second. Unfortunately, this is going to drop in price pretty rapidly. At the moment, I believe it's like $5 still. It'll probably still stick there for maybe a week or so. But yeah, Fatal Push seems like a solid first pick to me. We're not taking a Carry Zev's Expertise. It's just bad. Dawn Feather's fine, but you're not going to feel happy first picking it. Foundry Hornet, it's fine, but I prefer taking it when I know I'm in the counters deck. Ironclad Revolutionary, not a big fan of. Not much else going on in this pack, really, but I will pack one, pick one, a Fatal Push any day of the week, even after it drops to like the $2 or so that it'll stay at. What do we get past? We get past the Deadeye Harpooner. We could do a black-white Revolt kind of deck. We got a Renegade map, a Scrounging Bunder. Hidden Stockpile. I think I like it. I think it's a good card. I don't think I want to pick it this early, though. There's a Leave in the Dust, which is nice. I think we'll just take the Deadeye Harpooner and see about being a black-white Revolt deck. We'll get that Countless Gear Renegade back around, I think. Although there's not a lot of colored cards in this pack. There's a lot of artifacts. But yeah, I'll take the Deadeye Harpooner. I think it's just a solid card. And there's some fun combat tricks that you can do with it. You know, if you have Alley Evasion, your opponent attacks, cast Alley Evasion, flicker this, kill the attacker. There's some stuff you can do with it. Up next is an Inspiring Statuary. That's not terribly inspiring. I think I'm just going to take this Caught in the Brights because it's Caught in the Brights. It's really good. If we get a vehicle that we attack with, it will enable Revolt. Lots of stuff going on there, plus, hey, it's just removal. Also in this pack is a Restoration Specialist, which is also a nice Revolt enabler. We'll not get it back around, I don't think, but I wouldn't mind having one. Windkind Raiders, very good. Starts to fall off there a little bit, but yeah, I'll take that Caught in the Brights. Ooh, Airdrop Aeronauts. Yeah, let me try that again. Airdrop Aeronauts. Easy pick here. I think this card's really solid. Honestly, a little shocked to see it 4th pick. There's a Leopard, which is fine, but I'm not taking it over that. Beyond that, there's not much beyond a Renegade map. So yeah, we'll take the Aeronauts and continue heading into a Revolt deck. Up next, what do we get? We get a Cruel Finality. Seems fine. Decent instant speed removal plus a Scry. There's Non-Brattled Growth. I don't think that signals that green is open or anything. And beyond that, there's just garbage. I think I've talked about this already. There's a lot of garbage artifacts, which is going to cause packs to dry up really fast. Once I take this Cruel Finality and the next person probably takes the Growth, this pack is just kind of dead. I mean, my deck explicitly might be okay with a Conviction, but there's not much here. I guess this is the best implement, but still. We'll see how that shapes up. Boy, these are just everywhere. Just everywhere. Is there a point that we take one? Not in this pack. I think we just take the Audacious Infiltrator. We're not going to play the Assembler. We're not going to play the green implement. I think we want to push into black with these 2 removal spells, so I'm not going to push into blue or anything. So yeah, let's take an Infiltrator. Hey, Restoration Specialist. We were talking about you and how I wanted to play one. Looks like it's on a print run with Windkind Raiders. That's interesting to know, because that was what the other packs looked like. Beyond that, that's a pretty late Hinterland Drake, but I'm taking the Specialist. So we just need to get some artifacts. We have an enchantment that might end up in the graveyard that will happily return. And it is, very interestingly, up to 1 target artifact and up to 1 target enchantment, meaning that you can just sack this to enable Revolt for the heck of it. Sly Requisitioner I don't like. I think I'll take the Conviction here. 2/2 that if we're lucky we get it on turn 3, I guess. but that would be really lucky, and then... No, it's just a bad card. I think we spend our pick on Conviction here, so we don't have to spend a pick on one later. We're not going to play Crusher or Solvent. Yes, it technically enables Revolt. Automaton does, but I don't think that's how you want to be enabling Revolt. So let's take the Conviction. I guess we finally take one of these stupid things. We're not going to play Crawler. I'm not a fan of Resourceful Return. I'm just not. I know some people are, but I'm not. We'll take this now. It might not make the cut. Obviously, strongly depends on how many artifacts we have, and if we have one that we want to sack. Because getting a vanilla 6/6 for 6, you didn't cheat anything. You didn't win there. That didn't get you anything. You're paying vanilla costs. I guess it drains 2 life, or not even drain. It just does 2 damage. But Mobile Garrison. Well, that will help with Caught in the Brights to do Revolt enablers. So we'll take it here because we're not taking an Assembler or an Automaton or either of those. Well, I guess we'll just rare draft an Inspiring Statuary. It's worth like $1.40. I'm sure Michael will be happy with that. We're not taking that. We're not taking that or that. So in you go and out you go. Fourth Bridge Prowler, the card that everybody tries to tell me is great. We're going to take it because it's the only card for us. But we'll see if it works. Let's cut the slightly playable card, and that seems a little bit late, but whatever. I mean, it's not a first pick. It's not even like a 4th pick or a 5th pick, but I'm surprised at it being a last pick. I like this deck so far. I think there's some solid power here. Baral, are you worth anything? Not really, but $1. What do we have for us? We have an Osprey, Perilous Predicament, which I do want to give a try at some point. Monstrous Onslaught would be nice if we were in any way green. Hungry Flames would be nice if we were in any way red, but neither of those colors have seemed open. Baral's just not good in limited. So I think we'll just take this Predicament here. We'll get an Osprey hopefully at some point. It's more removal in black. It's not the type of removal that I like. I really don't like my opponent choosing what to remove, but I think that's what we get in this pack, so in you go. Hey, Aether Geode Miner, don't mind if I do. Oh, Scrapper Champion, Chandra's Revolution. It's a good red pack. And there's nothing coming back for us. Well, I guess this Alley Evasion might come back, but we're taking Aether Geode Miner for sure. It's a Revolt Enabler. It's a nice aggressive creature. Looks good. Daredevil Dragster. Seems also quite good. There's an Aether Poisoner competing with it. We really want one of these at some point, but I'm not going to pass a Daredevil Dragster. It's a vehicle which will trigger Caught in the Brights. If it lives for its 2 attacks or blocks, it will trigger Revolt itself. We get to draw 2 cards when we sacrifice it. I like Dragster. Secret Salvage. No, thank you. I think this is where we take the Osprey. 2/2 flyer for 3 is always totally fine. We're not taking anything else here, so Osprey in. I'm feeling pretty good about this deck. I think this deck can do some solid things. What do we get here? We get a Gonti's Machinations. Oh, we get Countless Gear Renegade. This is just bad. Just bad. Countless Gear Renegade, Whir of Invention, no thank you. Yeah. Maybe we get a Servo. At worst we get a Bear, which I'm totally fine with. In you go. Decommission's fine for probably the main deck. Probably the main deck. Nothing else for us anyways, so in you go. Can you not break up your cards into creatures and spells in this view? You cannot. I always thought you could. Well then. Well then. Who's holding up the draft? Speed it up. Chroma? Is that a chroma? Whoever you are, angel person. Nothing here. We can take a Fen Hauler, but I don't think we're going to be a terribly artifacty deck, which means we're not playing this Ironclad Revolutionary either. That's not a good card. We're not going to play that just as a vanilla 2-1 for 2. We'll take the Hauler, but it's going to get the cut. Is that another Whir of Invention, or is that the same one? I think that's another one. Alley Strangler, 2-3 for 3. Seems fine. Seems better than a Renegade Getaway, because Renegade Getaway is terrible. Yeah, in you go. Fen Hauler, get out of there. Revolutionary, get out of there. Alright. Alright. What do we get? Resourceful Return. Fine, I'll take you now. I'm still not planning to main deck, but we'll see. So what do I want in pack 3? Revoke privileges. Although I'm starting to really get filled up on removal, I need creatures. We could take, I guess, the Aegis Automaton. You can hang out in the main board for now. Don't know if we will play you or not. So I don't really want to play this 4th Bridge Prowler, although I might play it just to appease people. Sure, let's take a foil. I do need to get like a couple more win conditions. Girapur Osprey and Airdrop Aeronauts plus removal is a fairly solid plan. Wouldn't mind Renegade Freighter. Some more white flyers. Something big and black. I mean, maybe... What is Fen Hauler? It's 7 mana? Oh, it's a lot. We'll see how many artifacts we can get. Well, I guess we'll take Secret Salvage, because we are not taking an Ornithopter. Nor a Metallic Rebuke. Last 3 picks, we get a Gonti's Machinations, which we're not playing. What else do we get? I can't imagine we get anything playable in these last couple picks here. Precise Strike. Nope. And give me that basic land. Alright, pack 3. Pack 3. Territorial Gorger, not what I want. However, Aerial Responder is precisely what I want. How did I not think of that as being what I wanted? Yeah, we're taking that. Dund Operative honestly won't be that on in this deck at the moment. But if we get it or the Subtle Strike back around, I'll be very happy. Even the Small Fist Squad would be fine, but Aerial Responder is fantastic and precisely what I want to see. In you go. Foundry Screecher. Ninth Bridge Patrol maybe gets better when you're in a Revolt deck, but I still think that barely makes it playable. So we'll just take the Foundry Screecher, and we'll be sort of a black-white revolting flying deck. That's the plan. That's the plan. So we need to get, like, 2 more artifacts, maybe some Fabricate. I'm really low curve. Really, really low curve. 1 2s and 3s, and then a pair of 5s. Interesting. Up next, we get ourselves some choices. A Die Young, an Eddy Trailhawk, a Herald of the Fair. I think those are the pick. We're not taking Thriving Rats. Rats are bad. We're not taking Goggles. We need more creatures. Eddy Trailhawk helps the flying plan. Eddy Trail plus Screecher plus Aeronauts plus Gearpoor. Herald of the Fair is really mediocre. So yeah, let's take Eddy Trailhawk and continue building a ridiculously low curve deck. I'm pretty sure we just win if our opponent in any way stumbles, which I guess is the name of the entirety of Kaladesh block, right? Fragmentize for the sideboard. We're preferably not going to play a Prakata Club Security. Yeah, Fragmentize for the sideboard. Next up, what do we get? We get Authority of the Consuls, which is fine. That helps my aggressive plan as well. So that or Herald of the Fair Sky Swirl Harrier. I think I'm pretty happy just taking this Authority here. Yeah, let's take it. Trusty Companion's not... Well, honestly, with a bunch of removal and Authority, Trusty Companion could be fine in this super low curve deck. Let's get rid of that Resourceful Return that I don't want to play and pop in a Trusty Companion. There's a Lawless Broker. No, let's stay super low curve. Nothing here. Eddy Trailhawk, I guess, is what we take. We're not splashing for anything. Alright, so here's the deck. Super low curve, bunch of removal. Aetherborn Marauder. Counters. No counters? Absolutely zero counters. Do we want a 4-mana 2/2 flying lifelink? I mean, maybe. That's what we're taking. We're not taking Depala or anything else here. Aetherborn Marauder. We could cut the decommission and keep it in the sideboard until we see something terrifying. Well, we're taking the Marauder anyways. Nothing here. I guess I'll just take the rare. Yep. I could also try playing 16 lands, because this is a ridiculously low curve deck. There's only 2 cards that are 5 mana. There's only 2 cards that are double color. Yeah, let's do this with 15 lands. Not 15 lands, 16 lands. I guess we'll take the foil here. We'll take the Die Young. Maybe we play it. Who knows? We'll take that Die Young too. Yeah, we'll go 16 lands, super aggressive, tap, removal, dot deck. And just try to demolish them. Which does make this a little bit worse, because it doesn't do anything. We'll take the Herald. But it's an artifact for Foundry Screecher. And if we do make it late game, we can try bouncing some things. You know, get a Servo, or it doesn't bounce. You have to replay, don't you? Oh, that's really bad. That's really bad. Are you you're an 0-3? I don't know about keeping that. Do we have a better creature? Another Eddy Trailhawk. I guess we'll keep it in for now. Guess we'll keep it. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, let's add some lands. It's going to be like 10-7. 11-5. Too low. 10-6. Yeah, let's go with 10-6. All right, here's our ridiculously low curve deck. This was Michael's sponsored draft, as I said. If you want to become your own draft sponsor, there are 2 spots currently available in February. You can go over to patreon.com/themana leak and check that out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys for match 1.